Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Lacey and I teach 6th grade English language arts in Georgia. I'm going to take you along with me for a day in the life. Obviously, I will not film the kids for privacy reasons, safety reasons, but I will try to check in with you guys during planning, during lunch, and other points where I'm alone throughout the day. I'm still at home right now, about to put on my makeup, and then I'm headed out the door. I just put my hair in a little ponytail where I use my hair as the ponytail holder, and I will put on my makeup and then I'm ready to go. All right guys, I'm at work, so I am going to fix the desks because they get all messed up throughout the day when the kids scoot around and stuff. So I'm gonna move them back to the original position. I do that every morning. I just signed in because clocking in still doesn't work for me, even though it's November, because I'm new. So I just signed in and I'm going to work on the desks before the kids come in about 10 minutes. All right, so the room is all ready to go. Looks pretty much the same from my tour, besides probably a little bit messier. But I'm gonna show you again what I have up on the board when they come in. I will put on music, but first, when they come in, this is what they see. Make sure that they have everything they need because they don't go back to their locker until dismissal. So when they come in, they get their stuff, and then in homeroom, they read. The main thing that's bolded here is reading their AR book, Accelerated Reader. And they read quietly. We have music on, and it's just a calm start to the morning. It's an expectation that they read, and we do give them a grade for participation. So that's what's on the board. And then I usually play some sort of YouTube video that's just background music. I play background music throughout the day too when I'm teaching, if it's an independent work day. Today I am actually teaching, so it won't be a lot of music, but I will go over my lesson plans when I have planning after homeroom. Okay, so the kids are in connection, so I just wanted to show you our plan for the day. The first thing is notes. We're gonna take notes on the text structures, so that way they can identify them. That's the first step. It's middle school, not elementary school, of course, so we're not stopping at just identifying. We will go a lot deeper next week. So that's just notes on the definitions. What does text structure mean? Giving them an overview of the 6 we'll learn, and then I have a slide for all of these. So it's pretty good. So that is the first thing we will do, and then as a whole group, we'll do some practice. Question. So this one is different because it's just like a definition one, like which one involves these words, first, next, and after, whatever. But the rest of them, it gives you a passage and some questions to answer, and I'm gonna make them explain why as well. So how do you know this is a description? How do you know this is problem and solution? I do have an answer sheet for them. So they're gonna choose A, B, or C and then explain. We gotta know why we choose what we choose. When that's done as a whole group, which it'll take a while because there's 12, then they have their own worksheet to do for the rest of the time. So that is the plan for today, and we should be good to get everything done. And then tomorrow we're gonna start to talk about some argumentative stuff because we are also teaching argumentative terms side by side with text structures. So now I'm sitting at my desk because I am planning. The kids come back in about 15 minutes, so I want to use my time wisely and plan. So next week I have to figure out what can we do to go deeper than just identifying, because a lot of these terms aren't new to them because these are not 6th grade terms. Problem and solution, compare, contrast, those are things they've learned since elementary school, so we got to go a step further. So that's what I'm going to figure out for next week. Okay guys, so I was going to end the video, but I looked over the footage and it looks like I only have like 5 minutes of filming, which is definitely not enough for a video. So I'm going to film tomorrow. Tomorrow's a Friday, November 4th, so I figured let me just make this a 2-day, a couple days in my life type of thing. So I'm gonna film tomorrow what we do. I'll try to do better with filming because I did not do enough today. And then tomorrow I will end the video and start my weekend. So I will continue this tomorrow. I'm just gonna relax tonight. I took my makeup off, about to shower, and I will catch up with you guys in the morning. Okay guys, new location because I am stuck outside, literally. So it is Friday. I told you I was gonna continue the video, and I am. I wanted to show you the funny reality of life. So I left my apartment and I locked the doorknob. That's how me and my husband do it. We just lock the doorknob on our way out. And I realized I don't have my car keys. So I can't get back into my apartment because my car keys have my house key, but I also can't drive my car. So I am literally trapped outside my apartment. I had to call people at work, let them know I'll be late, and explain why. It was great to explain why. And I also had to call my husband, and I told him to come bring me keys. So he's on his way. He should be here in a minute, and he's gonna let me in. But of course, now I'm late. I tried so hard not to be late. I've never been late, but it is what it is. I wanted to show you the good, the bad, the ugly. This is the reality. Sometimes I don't check for my keys. I will catch up with you guys when I eventually make it to school. I do have 2 parent meetings today in my planning, so I don't think I'll be able to film and planning unless it's just for a quick second. But this is how my day's starting, so come along for this crazy ride. Okay, so I'm on lunch now, and as I think I said, in planning, I had parent meetings back to back to back. I literally did not have a break. Very tired. So I'll show you what we're doing. We are learning argumentative terms, as I said. So literally claim, reasons, evidence, and counterclaim. We wrote those down because it's their first time hearing a lot of these terms, because in elementary school it was more so opinion writing. So we learned those terms. And then if you remember from my first day of school video, we did who would win, and they had to defend their side. So they had to have a claim which one is better and defend their side and give us some reasons. They really enjoyed this, of course. So it's been going very well. We did this pretty much all together, and then they have a worksheet that's pretty much the same thing. They have 2 options. So either or, choose one and come up with 2 reasons. So it's the same thing we did on the screen, but on their own, and it's a very easy classwork grade. So it's a very chill Friday, very easy activity, and it brings in stuff that they like outside of school. So it's going very well. I am about to eat lunch. So they catered us some stuff that we had to buy, of course. And I'm on Teachers Pay Teachers, working on finding some stuff for next week. So you gotta work smarter, not harder. I decided to download something that will be helpful for next week, and that's my update. Okay guys, I'm home from work now. I apologize for not filming a lot because today was a super crazy day. Today is not a real representation of how a normal day in my life is, considering I was locked out of the house in my car, and considering I had 3 parent meetings in a 1-hour time period. So that was a little chaotic, and I apologize for not filming, but I'm gonna keep this video going. It is Friday, and I didn't get as much work done as I wanted today, so I do need to do some work tonight. So I will bring you guys along with me so you can see how I'm planning, what am I gonna do next week, what are some of my ideas. I did get a Teachers Pay Teachers lesson, as I mentioned earlier, so I'm gonna use that as a base, and of course, figure out my own spin on it. And I kind of have some ideas for next week, so I hope I'm not working on my lesson plan for hours. If you're new here, my lesson plans are due for my school every Sunday at 6. I try to do them on Friday nights because Fridays, even though that's a night for people to go out and have fun, I like to be at home because I'm so tired. So I always use Fridays to just lay down and do my lesson plan, and then I enjoy the rest of the weekend. So I will bring you along after I shower and get started on my work. Okay, so I am working on my lesson plan as I said I would, and I have the top part figured out, which is just kind of the goals and the central questions and standards and stuff. So I'm now working on the actual plan. So I have it pretty much figured out. I'm still typing it in, but Monday I figured out that I am going to have a new theme. I spoke about this in one of my last videos. I want to have a topic or a theme to focus on, so we're not just doing a whole bunch of random things. So our new theme will be inventions. In my last county, I did argumentative as well, and it was inventions as the theme. So I do have a lot of resources, and of course I'll make my own. So Monday we're going to introduce the new theme and do an introductory activity that's kind of like a debate type thing. So it's going to be an argumentative activity talking about which invention is the most impactful. Don't want to show too much because some of my students watch this channel, but we're going to put two inventions up against each other, and they'll talk about which one changed the world more. And of course, this is their opinion, and we're practicing some argumentative stuff. And then they'll read an article about radio, which is, of course, an invention that's changed the world in a lot of ways. And whenever we read an article, we go through and find some text evidence, I call it a scavenger hunt, and we answer questions and stuff. So that will pretty much take the whole class to analyze that article. Tuesday and Wednesday, I have not typed yet, but we are going to do some sort of writing. I think it'll be a quiz grade because it will be a longer writing that'll take more time. It will be argumentative. Monday, I kind of skipped over this, but we will talk about text structure. The organizer that I will have them do is a text structure organizer. So that will be talking a lot about text structure. And then we will also talk about argumentative Tuesday, Wednesday when they have their writing. Again, trying to combine the two, it's a little tough because, of course, text structures are informational and argumentative is argumentative, but doing my best. So I'm about to write that. I just need to figure out a writing prompt, and then that is pretty much done for Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to have it be due just in case it takes people a while. And then they do have some reading goals. They have to read some books and take tests on them. And I also have a book report due Thursday. So it's just going to be kind of a book day where they can finish their book homework and take the test and finish any other missing work as well. So I won't be teaching on Thursday. And Friday, there's no school, which is awesome. So that's my plan so far. I wanted to show you guys what I bought from Google Teachers Pay Teachers. So it's a wonderful resource that has of course, all the stuff at the beginning, but then it has a table of content. So basically, I'm not going to show it all because, again, students watch this, but the article is all about the radio. We're going to talk about that invention. There's comprehension quiz, which I might not use because it's a little basic for 6th grade. I try to not just do comprehension. I try to do close reading type stuff. There's text evidence activity where they have to highlight text evidence in a certain color. I don't really have a lot of colors because a lot of my markers and stuff go missing, of course. So I'm just going to have them underline or highlight in the same color. And then there's a good text structure handout because that is our main focus. So that is all here. They have the actual article. And then they have all the activities with it. So as you can see on the side here, there's a whole lot of pages. I mean, this is only a little bit down, this little scroller bar. So there's a whole lot of stuff. It's a wonderful, wonderful resource, and I am glad that I bought it. It was pretty cheap, and I will save this for years to come. So there's quizzes, there's some color coding activities, there's a structure. This is something I'll really use because that is the main part that we're focusing on for our standard, not just identifying text structures, but also like, let's talk about the actual structure. Like, how does this sentence help the organization? How does this paragraph help the organization? Images, how do those help, etc., etc. So that is what we will be doing Monday, and then we will use the article for the writing on Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, so I figured out a writing prompt. We're focusing on radios, so that's what we're going to be writing about since they have a whole article. So I'm going to just have them do a little imaginary situation and pretend that the leaders, I guess, of the country, I'll kind of let them figure out what I mean by leaders, but pretend the leaders want to remove all radios from cars, houses, wherever, and they need to argue why they should keep radios around. So they do have to come up with their own claim. And reason, like what reason do you want them to keep them around? The article has a lot of information, so there's a lot that could be included. And then I have what they need to include, and I helped them out in parentheses a lot. So I gave them the claim radio should be kept. Everyone agreed on the claim because I am arguing why they should be kept. And then counterclaim, of course, is the opposite. So I did give them that. But as for the evidence and the reasons and their own words and all that, they have to come up with that. Also, I do want them to introduce it a little bit, to give a little bit of history and background. So that will be that. This is something new that I just typed up, but I just made a copy of a document I had from my old school. So I need to fix this outline, so I'm going to make them do an outline first. This is for the old prompt about other inventions, obviously. So I'm going to edit that. And Tuesday, I'll have them do the outline. And I will keep the sentence stems since it's our first bigger writing, at least this way. We did have a narrative essay, but that was different. They didn't really need too much of an outline. So since this is a more formal writing, I will go ahead and give them some sentence stems and help them out. And this will be a quiz grade. So that was my last thing to figure out. So honestly, I am pretty much done with planning and I am super, super happy about it. All right, guys, I officially finished my lesson plan. It is around 7:55, so it is not super late at all. I thought this would take a very long time, but because the students will write for 2 of the days, that took away some work for me because all I really had to do was come up with what prompt they were writing about. So I'm all done. I'm about to turn it in, so that way on Sunday at 6 o'clock I know I don't have to be worried about the due date because the lesson plan is already turned in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then relax for the rest of the night. I am very pleased and confident about next week's plans. The kids will get some work done and I will be able to get some work done when they are writing, and it will be a good week, a good combination of doing some visual activities, reading an article, doing some writing. I try to switch up what we do, and it will be a really good week. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here because this is nighttime, so it's the end of the day in the life. I know I didn't film as much as I would have liked at school, but if you're a teacher, you understand that that's really impossible to find time. But comment down below, like, share, and let us know what you want to see from us, and we will see you in the next video.